After coming back to Korea, then Ryan, you went to America, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have all of the experiences, right? Korea, Canada, America.
Yeah.
Why don't you first tell me a little bit about your experience in America?
In America?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's different with Canada because American students are like, well, you can't imagine until you go. You can't imagine. Like in class, in dorm, it's whole different.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I know Canadian people and I know American people. In my experience, Canadian people are very polite, kind, a little quieter, very respectful, and in my experience, American people are more loud, active. Maybe they use bad words more. Maybe they
a little bit crazy.
a little bit crazy. Yeah. So that's the American spirit. Yeah. So it was shocking to you?
Yeah, but like, cause they're like loud and a little bit active, we can be more like a friends, like close friends.
Yeah, so like the loudness and the openness really make it so like you can become more friends with them. So the people are very different from Canada and America. Yeah, I think a lot of Korean people don't understand the difference in Western cultures between America, the UK, Australia. They're all so different. Just like American people, maybe you experienced this when you were in America, they think like Japan, Korea, China are all the same.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, wow, yeah, no, not at all. So the people were different. How about the school?
School?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure because in Canada, I was in a public school. Then in America, I was in a private school. So I was more likely to able to ask teachers.
In the private school?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, anytime we just make up a time and just meet.
Okay. Because smaller classes and the teachers are more attentive because it's a private school.
Yeah.
But how about just like the style of education? Like, is it the same kind of debate, discussion, or is it more focused on math and science?
Oh, I think when I was in Canada, I was 8th grade, and now I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so that's a big
difference
in grades alone. Yeah. Matthew, how about you in Jeju-do? Is the Jeju-do school, is it more of an like Canadian feeling or is it more of like a Korean feeling?
It's more like Korean feeling. I don't know about Jeju-do public school, but our school is really big and they have many activity that we can't see in normal private school.
I think their school follow the American curriculum.
Yeah.
But their studying level is like Korean.
Okay, so it's like you're following an American curriculum, but the math and science and everything is also like a Korean school where they push you really hard on it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? Because that sounds to me like it's not that bad combining both. Because Korea is really good at math and science. Although, as a student, it might be hard, right? So, yeah, understand. Do you guys have any advice for kids out there who are your age now? Like,
now?
Yeah, you know, like your best experiences right now, right? Because like you're living now, you can experience things now. So, is there anything you want to say to the Korean or American kids out there listening?
Well, in my age, you should prepare for the test.
Oh, you're smarter than most kids your age. You know that that's important now, yeah? How about for parents out there who are parenting a kid your age? Like, what advice can you give for parents to help them understand a kid like you?
So, I think parents should not try to push hard, like until like junior.
I know exactly what you're saying, and you're totally right.
Yeah.
Like, parents pushing their kids when the kids are too young only makes it so that when the important time comes, like junior or senior year, they don't want to study then because they've been pushed too much. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your kids to study. What it means is instead of pushing them to study, you should help them to find what's interesting about studying.
Yeah, I think, and also they should try to help them finding what they like.
Right.
Like not except studying.
Right. They help them find things that they're interested in. Yeah, anything that you can find that's interesting for your kids will help them in studying.
Yes.
Because like if you're interested in something, it makes everything more interesting. It makes life more interesting. Good. Very good. Do you have any advice, Matthew?
I now recommend your child to go Canada when around my age. I went
when you were there at like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause if you guys miss what do you call elementary school works in Korean curriculum, you guys are gonna have hard time coming back and catching up all the stuff. That's
also really good advice. It's not that it's impossible for your kid to go when they're 12 years old. You're gonna miss stuff in Korea if you want to come back. Yeah, it's one thing to move to Canada and live there for the entire time of education. Then you're going to be in the Canadian education system the whole time. But there's such a difference between the Korean education system and the Canadian education or American education in terms of level for math and science and Korean language skills. It's hard to catch up if you're coming back here. Yeah, very good advice. Do you have anything else you want to say? I think we're done.
Yeah, just click the subscribe buttons.
Click the subscribe button, and what should they do to that alarm bell?
Ring ring.
And what should they do below?
Comment
down.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.